Well, hello everybody, it's Dr. Drake 63 here. I wonder what I've got in this box. IWI. Let's take a look. More box. IWI US out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I wonder what this could be. Holy cow. I believe what we're looking at here is the Galil in 762 NATO. It's not for the weak of heart, that's for sure. Comes in the box with the stock folded. And this is what it looks like with the stock extended. Wow. That is some kind of firearm. Got some tritium sights there, front and back. Nice long rail. This isn't your average PMAG either. This is the big one for 308. The Galil in 308. And in about no time at all, I can pop this cheek razor on here and the trusty Aim Point Pro. And you've got a nice situation for optics of any kind, a scope or whatever, which you might imagine with a 308. Quite the rig, quite the rig. I think we're gonna probably spend most of our time sighting this in using the iron sights, which are tritium. Front, one dot and two in the back, and also check it out by utilizing some kind of a red optic like that. We'll see what it can do. It's for long range shooting, so it's only going to have so much fun at 50 yards inside, but once you get past that, it's time to really get into it. This is one well-built firearm. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. As you can see, these panels cover a 1913 rail. So you have the ability to put a lot of optics, lights, whatever you want right on there. These pop right on and off. So when people talk about the handguard being a little loose, well, I suppose it is, but only from the standpoint of your ability to do things like this. So pretty neat. Pretty neat. So as a guy who comes from the wood and steel world, something like this definitely is a bit different. Again, today we're just doing a quick unboxing. We're gonna have some fun, shoot this thing, break it down, and show it to you. It's not cheap, but it's cheaper than a scar. I made the comment that the Galil is an AK at heart. And that's exactly what it is. You AK guys recognize this. That's the main spring. Only a little bit of difference here. The Israelis put on a little piece of rubber here that, quite frankly, is something I could see failing at some point. But what it's meant to do is seal the unit against dust, which is kind of a big deal. Here you see what looks an awful lot like an AK. bolt, and that's what it is. Very easy to see. Charging handle is on the left side. You'll notice too that this piston is a little bit of a shorter stroke. It's a nice chrome piece right there. Here's your top rail cover. This thing fits tighter than a tick, man. I'll tell you what, it really locks down tight, as does this gas tube cover. When you take a look inside, you'll see a nice chromed chamber. This is actually a milled steel piece, not quite as thick as you might see with some of the others, but it is not stamped, it is milled. You see the trigger and some other things that look very familiar, and then you see some pieces that don't look as familiar. Some things that you like to see, obviously, is a chromed. Let's see what I get there. See the chrome where the gas system is. Looking in the handguard here, you can see that you've got a nice metal shield, nice cold hammer forged barrel in 308. And because we're talking about 308, you've got quite the two-piece compensator here. We'll tell you how that shoots later. But at the heart of it, this is an AK. What's different about it? Well, you've got a polymer piece here, which is for adapting these 308 magazines. These are the same ones that you'd see at an AR-10, for example. 7.62x51. You see some other features here. For example, is a shield that when the bolt goes back, it pushes this down, and what that does is, again, creates a really nice tight closed system. You've got your fire and safe is a little bit different than you'll see on some of the other AKs, and this is a two-stage trigger, which is absolutely phenomenal. A little bit closer look at the inside. You see very nice chrome chamber there. That's cold hammer forged 4150 chrome line steel. And as mentioned, this is a very nicely done ordeal. Firing pin is actually spring-loaded to prevent slam fire. As I mentioned, it's a short stroke pistol. And here you can see this is a two-piece rail system that fits together like so and locks up very nicely. So it's an AK. It's a heck of an AK. Here you see the linings on the handguard to prevent that from being a heat issue. Here you see the gas port. Again, chromed, brand new. Love the sight. So it's an AK that's been modernized big time.